How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Scarlet, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're taking a look at some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet rumors and leaks and stuff. We got some massive stuff to talk about. So first things first is this post by our boy Riddler Coo, who is back. Now he's changed his name, by the way, to Zodiac Cooler, which I guess is Zodiac Killer is what he's trying to say here, or hint at, which is, well, a well-known, serial, yeah, I'm not going to say the word because of YouTube, but who is this guy? Well, Riddler Coo, basically, he's just a leaker guy. He puts out these riddles where he gives us information. He's back with another post of his where he has in this image on the top left here, he has a picture of a crocodile, he even calls it crocodile, which probably is related to Fuecoco because that's the only crocodile we really have to deal with in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Then he has the other following things: GL1 related teaser 1, GL1 related teaser 2, Gen 9 Pokedex, Elite 4 teaser 1, and then, or E4 teaser 1. And random. Now, first things first, E4. That confirms that there is an Elite 4 in this game. So Elite 4's back, we're going to have that back in this game. Number 2, random. We don't really know what that is. Gen 9 Pokedex. Now, you can actually discern that and break it down. And somebody managed to break that image down, the Gen 9 Pokedex image in here, and figured out that there might be, give or take, 630 Pokemon in the Pokedex of Scarlet and Violet. So that's going to be the total number, at least speculated so far. Then GL1 and GL1 Teaser 2, those are basically possibly related to Gym Leader 1. So Gym Leader makes sense, right? GL, Gym, and Leader. And there are 2 teasers there. Now, we can't really tell exactly. The only one that's kind of a little bit more visible is the one on the left. So Teaser 1. Teaser 2 is impossible to really figure out. Then on the crocodile, that's where we have the biggest information. And of course, Soul Silver Art came out with a breakdown on that, saying, another sneak peek. First thing is Elite 4, 99% confirmed to return after not being in Generation 8. It also looks like Gen 9's decks got a lot bigger. Random sounds fun too. Then there's the Croc Fuecoco and the chicken picture, which is the next riddle. So we're already speculating. And then there's also the Gen 9 Pokedex, as you guys may have seen already. Kind of more details are given there now. But let's see what it actually has to say. So, could Fuecoco get a rooster-like fire mohawk or even a Greco-Roman helmet? Well, will it actually be some kind of Croc chicken hybrid with feathers, or will there be a whole separate bird Pokemon based on plovers that clean crocodile mouths? Now, these last 2 theories are my favorites. So what is he talking about here? Well, basically, this is the image that's in that riddle. It shows a rooster or a chicken of sorts, I think it's a rooster specifically, that's climbing on top of a crocodile's head, which is just random, but apparently also, it could be that they're trying to connect the two, right? Like chicken on crocodile's head, which means this. Is it possible that like the shape is going to be there? So like a fire mohawk is going to be kind of in its design. It's possible. But also, there are these birds. If you guys didn't know, there are these birds that actually do clean the mouths of like dangerous animals, I think like crocodiles, which they don't eat them because they need them to do it for them because they can't reach their mouth. So maybe something like that could be connected here. And actually, here's from Nobu, a Sui Zoroark fan, who says, yes, chicken head equals gladiator. Fuecoco is a gladiator, right? Question mark, which is possible. There is a lot of, I guess, Roman-esque type influences in this. And apparently, the Nile crocodile, an Egyptian plover, the plover bird flies inside a crocodile's mouth, which may seem dangerous for the bird. However, the plover bird is actually getting a meal of its own by eating the meat from between the crocodile's teeth. Meanwhile, the crocodile is also benefiting from this arrangement by getting its teeth actually washed, which is quite interesting. Now, this image will probably relate to Fuecoco's traits and the previous polls Coo has released about it, so maybe this chicken croc is symbolizing it having a poker-faced chicken scared at first, but a crocodile fierce one underneath. We don't know what Coo wrote on the picture yet, probably the key to this. And he says, lastly, this is the actual video of the image that was taken. What happens in the video? Well, the chicken is scared to death by the croc. Maybe that is meant to symbolize that Fuecoco's final Evo could actually be possibly, there is no guarantees here, but could it possibly mean that, like, it's supposed to be like scary, like, the Evo might be scary looking compared to its like, first few forms and all that. It is possible. Let's wait and see how that's going to pan out and turn out. But he says here, also, scary looking would fit with his ghost typing, and there's more to come on that. Now, he didn't add anything further to that so far. That's so far all he's got, but there is more to be said in general, though. For example, right here, another big point about this, when I see this image of a croc, it very much tells me that Fuecoco is going to remain a crocodile, probably on all 4s throughout its whole line. Not a snake. I still think the correct one is number 1 here, or maybe possibly number 2. And this is an image that, if you guys do not know this one, this is an image that was posted by Riddler Coo, where he gave us options of what is it going to look like. It's one of these. It's going to look like one of these, and the one that makes the most sense is the no-brainer one in the, the second one right there, which makes a lot of sense. To me, like, that would be, like, the one that fits the most. But according to Soul Silver, he says number 1 on all 4s is actually kind of going to be like what it is, because that one he just called, the actual Riddler just said it was meh, right? He didn't say it wasn't real or anything. Number 3, well, you guys said nope, not happening, or he said nope. And then the final one is just a meme because it's a snake one, because people are thinking it might turn into some form of a snake. But again, the one that fits the most is number 2, but is it going to be number 1 instead? We'll have to wait and see how that actually pans out and turns out, but that's what we know about the chicken so far. Also, Delta came in and said, trouble is, the crocodile in this image appears to be skipping in a field of flowers. He has a human inside of them. Possibility of number 3, which I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't think we're going to be seeing it like walking around on, on 2 legs like feminine and all that. I don't think that's going to really be the case. I think that's going to remain something that's going to be for Sprihatito specifically. And on this end, we're not going to be getting that. So just keep that in mind. But next up is a pretty big one, which I also agree with Soul Silver. I hope this one isn't real. So here's what he said. Hoping this is fake because it puts a huge hole in our Pokemon trailer for next week's theory. Hey, worst comes to worst, I'm confident we'll get another trailer in July, probably the first or the second week. I'm not a fan of the Pokemon Company Incorporated's promo cycle as of late, to put it mildly. And what is this about? Well, basically, VGC, the news website, came out and said the next Nintendo Direct will focus on third-party games. It has been claimed. If we look at what it actually has to say here about this, it's pretty much the following information on the actual website, where they continue on and say that basically, journalist says to expect news on Persona and major ports during the expected broadcast. And it's supposed to be a Nintendo Direct mini partner showcase, which I am not excited for. But I'm going to be honest, I disagree though with Soul Silver that this puts a huge hole in our Pokemon trailer for next week. I think the actual addition of there being a possible Nintendo Direct Mini is perfect, because then Pokemon can be separate in that week as well. If it's just a mini Direct, it doesn't matter. It's just going to be there and it's going to be gone. And then Pokemon can happen right after it or right before it without meddling too much with it. Because as you guys may have noticed in the recent years with Pokemon in particular, they don't like to keep themselves alongside the others. They like to kind of be on their own when it comes to, like, revealing their information and stuff like that. Basically, they like to keep that stuff to themselves. They like to do their own presentations rather than being a part of Nintendo's, because they think that Pokemon is large enough that it can do its own thing without having to rely on others. And they don't even call them Pokemon Directs anymore or any of that. They literally just call them Pokemon Presents, because it's Pokemon that presents it to you rather than Nintendo presenting it to you, because they want to make sure that they differentiate between Nintendo and Pokemon in particular in this case, because that's just how they are. So I think there's still a high chance for next week. But if there is a Nintendo Direct Mini, that is quite disappointing to say the least. I am not in the mood for that personally. But, it is what it is. I would prefer if there was just a regular Nintendo Direct to actually give us proper information for once. But, what happens, I guess, in this case. So what are you guys' thoughts and opinions? Let me know in the comment section down below on that one. And before we continue, guys, I want to quickly just say, I just posted a brand new video on my Ruffle Rowlet Plays channel, which is one where I do Pokemon challenges on. And we just did a challenge where we literally play with Lechonk, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we played with literally Lechonk in the game. So if you guys want to go check it out, I'd be really appreciative of it, guys. It's over on Ruffle Rowlet Plays on YouTube. This is the video. It's already out. How I beat Pokemon Sword using only Lechonk. If you want to check that out, guys, it'd be really appreciated, because we literally do play with Lechonk in that video. So just a heads up on that one if you want to. Let's move on to the next rumor riddle breakdown. So this is coming again from Soul Silver, and it's a breakdown of some previously posted stuff. So what is this about? Well, basically, still haven't watched this or confirmed for myself, but it could be big news. I wonder if this is a success of PLA's catching made them go back in and add elements from it into Scarlet and Violet. I wouldn't expect a whole reworking of the Scarlet and Violet system, but maybe something. There's also this from Osomio. So Osomio basically said that if you go here and you look at this post from Matty, I think Matty specifically pointed out that on the official website, it seems like that they removed some of the statements. For example, players will be able to experience the true joy of Pokemon series battling against wild Pokemon in order to catch them. Interestingly, this statement is no longer there on the website. It's actually gone. Like, those battle against wild Pokemon in order to catch them, that statement's gone. And Not So Ace Trainer actually came out and said this and pointed this out. But yeah, that's no longer there. That's not a statement that's on the website, which only time they remove that is if they're changing something within the concept of the game itself, or something's going to be changing about it. So they want to make sure that title isn't there. So it is possible that they removed every screenshot and every text from the first trailer website. They do that to promote the second trailer. So that doesn't tell us that PLA catching will be coming back. This text most likely will come back in the next trailer or after that. But there is always a chance that it may not return, and maybe PLA type catching and PLA type style of gameplay is going to be in this game still. Of course, nothing is confirmed, nothing is guaranteed, everything is up in the air, so keep that in mind, ladies and gents. But I do think it's an interesting point, and shout out to Not So Ace Trainer as well as Mati Yamamoto, for actually sharing these pieces of information. Moving on to the next thing, which is the big one. So this was a big post that was posted, this big code that was put together by none else than Riddler Coo, and he gave us a bunch of information with it. So this was the actual image right here on the bottom, you can see there, the actual original Morse code, and they've been able to break it down into different, they kind of break down the code into different things. So here's what we have from specifically Yoridon here, who put together saying, credit goes to Turo in the Pokemon code cracking Discord, which we're in there, and he says, oh, a new Discord group. What if I join in? Oof. And yeah, that's interesting that Coo's actually possibly going to be in there. But here's what's going on though. They were trying to break it down into the hexadecimal, taking the Morse code and into T9 and then the hexadecimal, trying to just basically figure out what it is that it says here and what is it all about. And the end result ends up being F means fake. So I don't really know what that's supposed to imply unless that refers to a previous thing we've talked about, which is RF. RF is something that we've seen in the past being mentioned, which is for regional form. Is it possible that RF, with the F in there, is supposed to be like fake, right? Maybe rumors, fake, or these, riddles are fake. Like, is that what he's referring to? I do wonder. And he says, all right, here it is. The work put into this has been incredible, but look like the part that was cracked from a follower named Turo on our new Pokemon code cracking Discord. Answer is RF, regional fake. So let the theories begin. Huge thank you to Jordan. He says the following. My first theory is, but if RF, regional fakes, could this mean that humans have made a way to create multiple fake Pokemon? Miraidon might be the perfection of this in a future timeline, or maybe they are forcing Pokemon to change and evolve in an unnatural way. In the end, this is a region-specific fake Pokemon form evolution system. It's probably one of the bigger brand new features in Scarlet and Violet, so it would be expected a lot of hype around it. Fake is going to go through... Wait... Fake is going to throw off so many people, jeez. But don't be fooled, this is very real. Here's a fantastic theory by my friend Lumio's post. Also, this may apply to Coo's previous riddle, RF's starting 100% with the Diglett line. Diglett is getting a regional fake. So, is it possible? Because here's where he said the RF thing, right? This Diglett you see right here. This is where it all kind of began from. So, let's see what it has to say. Let's see what else we can get from this. Here's what was said by Lumio's post, who said, by the way, a theory for you on this new regional fake stuff. I'm wondering if it's like the Pokemon version of GMO. So not all technologically modified like Genesect or Miraidon, but actually genetically altered by scientists and breeders with maybe a special way to breed these Pokemon. This would also allow for two of these species, i.e. Cantonian Diglett and regional fake Diglett, to exist in the same region. This is especially a controversy when it comes to farm animals, chickens, pigs, cows, and all which are a huge part of the Iberian culture and wildlife and farms. And it works so well with the innovation and tradition thing. So, hey, that's interesting. It kind of like genetically modified Pokemon, which I think would fit into the theme of these games to quite a decent extent, actually. But I want to get, your guys' thoughts and opinions on this, of course, in the comment section down below, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to the next thing, which is specifically about this aspect right here, posted by Delta, says, this is the general image I have. What do you guys think? Which says, okay, so on the left side here, we have, let me just move my camera up so you guys can see this. So on the left side here, we have basically... So where like the raid bosses would be. So these would be the region fake Pokemon that are specifically modified and whatnot. And that's what this image over here from the trailer is representing. The middle one here is specifically the gyms. Color scheme is maybe part of the gimmick that you see right here with all the different colors mixed together, possibly 3 different typings. And then on the right side, over here, we have Pokemon Racing, possibly hinted through those 2 flags in the trailer. That's basically what we get out of this information. I, of course, want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on all this in the comment section down below and just hear what you guys have to say about it. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be pretty much the end of the video, guys. As you have seen, I already mentioned it. We have a video over here where we play and try to beat the game as, with Lechonk in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So go check that out if you want to. And, of course, thank you for watching today. My name has been Ruffle Rowlett. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.